In this video, I will show you how to work with scientific notation on a calculator and briefly explain why you need to do it this way. So, in order to enter a number in scientific notation, you need to find your exponent button. And that will look different on different models of calculator. On some calculators, it's a button labeled EXP. On other calculators, it might be labeled EE or something different. On some calculators, like my TI-83 and related models shown here, it's a second function. On the row just above the number buttons there, the second button in is the comma button, but over the top in yellow you can see that it has the letters EE, indicating that's a second function. So I will need to use that in conjunction with my second function button to get the exponent. Whatever form the button takes on your calculator, basically you can read that as times 10 to the power of. So if I was going to enter a number in scientific notation, let's use 2.5 by 10 to the power of 4. Then the key sequence that I would type would be 2 decimal 5, but I'm not going to use the times button, I'm going to use the exponent button. Remember, the exponent button replaces the times 10 to the power of, and then 4. And my number will be properly entered in scientific notation. Let's do that. 2.5 in my calculator, second function exponent. Yours might not be a second function. 4. There's 2.5 by 10 to the power of 4 in scientific notation. When I enter that, the calculator puts it back into normal decimal notation, 25,000. So whenever you're entering scientific notation, you should be using the exponent button to take the place of the times 10 to the power of. Let me briefly explain why. Just to make it really obvious that I'm doing the wrong thing here, let's switch to red. What a lot of students typically do when they first encounter scientific notation is they try and write down what they see. So a lot of beginning students will enter it as 2.5 and then the times sign and then 10, 1, 0, then the power button, 4. So what's wrong with doing it that way? Well, whenever you hit one of the operator buttons, times, divide, plus, subtract, the calculator automatically assumes you have finished entering one number and you're about to enter a second one. So in the calculator's memory, this is not one number. This is not 25,000. This is two separate numbers, 2.5 and 10,000, 10 to the power of 4. And that can lead to problems with calculations. Let's use a simple little example here. If I take 400 and I divide it by 200, the answer of course is 2. But let's do that in scientific notation. 4 by 10 to the power of 2 divided by 2 times 10 to the power of 2. If I use my times sign, let's see what happens. I'm going to clear my calculator, and 400, 4 times 10 to the power of 2. And then I divide by 2 times 10 to the power of 2. And the answer the calculator gives me is the wrong one, 20,000. Why is that? It's because of what I said before. The calculator doesn't interpret that 4 times 10 to the power of 2 as one number, 400. It interprets it as two different numbers. So what we did in this calculation was we took 4, we multiplied it by 100, 400, we divided that by 2, 200, and then we multiplied that by another 100 and got 20,000. So entering scientific notation that way does not work. You must use the exponent button. The correct way to do that would be let's clear my calculator. 400 would be 4 exponent 2, 4 times 10 to the power of 2, and then I divide by 200, which would be 2 exponent 2, and now I get the right answer. By using the exponent button, the calculator knows that that is one number, 4 times 10 to the power of 2, 400. If I use the times button, the calculator thinks they're two separate numbers, and that will often give you incorrect results. So when entering scientific notation, always use the exponent button. 4 exponent, exponent 2. 4 times 10 to the power of 2.